from Bukus village. Mr. Speaker, this is a man who never missed a weekend coming to my home to remind me about his pension. He's a guy who had spent all his productive years working for Kenya Railways, and his pension never came to him. Mr. Speaker, that was under the case of the defunct local authorities, which, according to the statistics from NSSF, the defunct local authorities, they owe NSSF 1.8 billion shillings. And the current devolved governments, they owe NSSF 2.7 billion shillings. Mr. Speaker, on the word of the Kenya Union of County Governments officials, they are owed from unremitted amounts a whooping 41.2 billion shillings. Mr. Speaker, these are people who are in their 70s. They are helpless. Even if they were to stand in a village barasa, nobody wants to listen to them. So they need this Senate for the Senate to advance their case, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, so that we don't miss it, it is very unfortunate that the cash transfer to the aged members of the society is working. And some of those people never did anything in terms of formal employment for the country. But the people who actually did formal employment and made their own contribution, governors are today enjoying that money, making trips to go to I don't know where, to go to South Africa, to buy flashy vehicles, and all manner of the wrong things, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we must stamp our foot down. A paper has just been circulated by the distinguished senator from Murang'a to Kiambu, that we request a small shift in the standing order so that governors can face the authority of this whole house. I was not for it, but when I reflect on it, I think it would be nice for some of these funny governors who became governors by accident. Governors must never be elected outside the political elite. It's only people who choose to go into politics that have something for the people. But when you get some professional in Nairobi, I don't know, a manager of ABCD, he then becomes a governor, he doesn't have the feel of the people. It is only politicians, Mr. Speaker, who feel it when they see a child being sent home for 20 shillings. Politicians understand. But a blue chip manager who has been in Nairobi the rest of his life, then ends up as a governor in Migori, has no idea that those realities do take place on the ground. Mr. Speaker, if we expedite this, simple payments like the money due for NHIF will be paid for these people. And NHIF, if you have never had a patient of cancer, ask me. My wife passed on because of cancer, and it can be extremely expensive. So expensive that that NHIF card used to mean more to me than the money I would get from elsewhere, because I would take it to Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital, and quickly my wife's bill is sorted out. Because we were spending 300,000 shillings per week. So, Mr. Speaker, we must stand behind these good people of ours and insist. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I support. I was still having one point, but...
Senator